Yo, what's happening, people? Okay, we are live right now, live from the village right now. It is 6 minutes past 8 p.m. right now. It is the 20th of March, 2023 right now. I'm in London, England right now. Where you at, fam? Where you at? We got 1 like already right now. Big up for the like right now. It is watch with me night right now. Movie night right now. About to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer from 1992 right now. How's everybody doing right now? Okay, let me take a sip of my green tea right now. Take a little sip. Let me switch over to this screen. Alright, so yeah, it is a movie night. Watch with me, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I have gotten through Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, Season 5, Season 6, Season 7. I've gotten through Angel, Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, Season 5. This is the movie that started it all. From 1992, the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I remember hearing about this movie, maybe not right when it came out, actually. But I remember hearing, like, some friends at school, or I don't know if they were friends, but people at school, if not friends, there was somebody at my school who was talking about this movie. And for whatever reason, I never paid much attention. And then years later, of course, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the TV series, came about, and I didn't pay much attention to that. And then Angel came around, and I didn't really pay much attention to that. And now 20-something years after those series is finished, I'm like, all right, okay, let me watch these things. And now we're going back further to 1992. This is from 31 years old, this movie is. This movie was released over 31 years ago. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. But yeah, this is, I probably should have watched this first, but oh well. We're doing it in this order. Yo, Sam. Sam being a place to be. Good evening, Wood. And we have Elle with us tonight. Awesome. Elle's the oldest, right? Of the three. Is it the oldest or the second? It's one of three. I think I got that bit right at least. One of three, or maybe fourth. If we're counting Monkey. Oh, sorry, XSplit. Sorry, my bad. Let me put some respect. His name is XSplit now. She said she is awesome. Well, welcome, Elle. Welcome to the Haze Days Monday night live stream. What up, Yuri? Appreciate you coming through. Hopefully, hopefully I don't say anything that paints your mother in a bad light. maybe I don't know. She goes, oh, okay, cool. Well, maybe I don't want to say something and all of a sudden she's looking at you like, Mom, what's that about then? She knows. Good. That's good. Well, appreciate you coming through, Elle. Hope your day's going well. And if it isn't, then I hope this live stream makes it swell. And yes, that rhymed. I do that sometimes. But yeah, Buffy the Vampire Slayer is the movie we're watching tonight. It is on Disney Plus. If you don't have Disney Plus or any other means of watching it, that's cool. You can still come along and have some fun. It's about okay, cool. So it's all out in the open. That's good. No secrets. That's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's the best way to do it. No secrets. You know what? Actually, no secrets means nobody can blackmail you. Like that's a real thing. Like, because people get blackmailed, and people get coerced into things when they allow someone else to have leverage on them. And one of the ways you can make sure that doesn't happen is to just not have any secrets. Just let whoever needs to know. Sometimes it's uncomfortable. I get that. Sometimes it's never easy. I get that. But yeah, when people know you, when that's one of the reasons. Like, I feel like, you know that guy, what's his face, the Prince dude, Prince Harry. I reckon one of the reasons, or maybe even the main reason, he put that book out is so that nobody could have any leverage on him. Because he put that book out, man's talking about like rubbing things on his willy, and man's talking about like doing cocaine, man's talking about all kinds of madness, yeah, that he's done over the years. I reckon the reason he did that is so, yeah, one, he can make money from it, of course, you know, you could always make a little money from stuff like that. But I reckon, and I don't know the guy, so I don't want to speak for him, but my guess would be the main reason he did that is that nobody could have any leverage on him. Nobody could come to him later and say, well, if you don't want us to say this, then you better do this. He's like, no, it's all out in the open. You got no leverage. You got no leverage, so yeah. Are you a WWE fan? There's an WWE logo in the background. Yes. Well, I mean, I am a fan. I am, but I don't watch it as much these days. That being said, I do plan on doing a WrestleMania live stream next month. WrestleMania's next month, so I do plan on getting a WWE network and doing a few live streams for WrestleMania this year. But I haven't followed it greatly. I know a little bit about what goes on. I do follow a lot of the wrestlers on, like, you know, Twitter and Instagram, so I do see some of the news and things like that. I see some of the clips going around, but I don't have a full understanding of the storylines and things like that. But yeah, I used to watch it a lot back in the day. I think I used to watch it pretty consistently up until around 2008, 9, 10, around about then. And then after that, a little bit on and off for a long time. But yeah, it's definitely more off now than on. I mean, I still like it. I still appreciate it. I still consider myself to be a fan. But yeah, I'm just not watching it as much as I used to. She said, no, I have no idea how open we are. What up, L? So as L, I don't know. There's I'm trying to think of, because if I say I don't want to, in my head it sounds like a bit rude. I don't want it to sound rude because it's not meant intent to sound rude. But you do have your own like YouTube, right? Or does his mother not allow you to have one? Is that one of the rules? I'm just wondering. Is like he seems to be speaking through. Have no secrets, but you can't have your own YouTube channel. Can't have your own YouTube account. I guess everybody has to draw a line somewhere. To be fair, you have to draw a line somewhere. You're going to be a parent. Don't go on YouTube and making those silly videos that all the kids are doing these days. All those silly, was it prank videos and all that nonsense, and yeah, so maybe it's for the best. But yeah, if you have if you have what was I gonna say? What was I trying to say? Yeah, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie. Then get it ready on 0. We'll start the movie in a little bit. Tell me to speak for her so she can text her. Go. Oh, okay. Her instruction. Okay, cool. All right, no problemo. We're gonna have to. You have to be the liaison then, Sam. You have to be the liaison, passing messages. Well, tell Elle that I said. Well, you tell him that I said. Well, you tell her that I said. It's gonna be like that for the whole stream. Just passing messages like in school. But yeah, man. Oof. So how's the day going though? How's your day been? Appreciate you guys joining this live stream. My day's been okay. What have I been doing today? I've been Oh, I watched a movie today actually. Braxton, you know Braxton comes in the chat. Brax Spivvy, the snake fiend. He recommended a movie called Train to Busan, which I watched today. It was on Amazon. It was on one of those like free trial thingies that Amazon, they have like a different companies that work through them, and it was on one of the free trial ones. So I got a free trial to watch it. I had to pay for it, which is cool, awesome. It was good when you don't pay for stuff. But it was a pretty cool film. It was a really good film. I really liked it. I guess you could say it's a zombie film, but that's a very, very loose way of describing it. Of course, there's more to it than that. But yeah, it's a very good film. It's a very good film. I really liked it. It's a Korean film, so it's for a foreign language film, and so got the subtitles. And I liked that I was able to keep up with the subtitles, because sometimes the subtitles go too fast. Like you're watching a movie or show, and the subtitles just go too fast, and you're just struggling to keep up with what's going on, and you're just missing bare context and bare nuance because you just can't keep up with the subtitles because they just keep coming on, and it's like. But yeah, I like the subtitles didn't go too fast, so I was able to keep up with what's being said and understand the film pretty much on first viewing. And yeah, it was a really good film, really enjoyable, really intense moments. I won't say too much in case anybody's gonna go watch it, but yeah, definitely a recommended movie. There's like 3 movies in the series: Train to Busan, I think one's called Seoul Station, which is an animated film, and then there's a sequel called Train to Busan Peninsula. So I've only watched the first one for now, so hopefully try and watch the other 2 before my free trial is up. But yeah, for now at least, Train to Busan, really good movie. Yo, Brax, I was just talking about the movie you recommended, Train to Busan. Just watched that today. Yeah, really good movie, so big up for that recommendation. I just gave you the finger. You know what? No, you know what? No, I won't say it. I won't. I gotta be. Listen, I know, Sam. I know we joke around a lot, but let me not let me not say what came to. It's no. I just stopped myself. You know what? There's times where it's like, no, I won't disrespect you or anybody. But no, let me not. You know what? Listen, you just said she gave me the finger. I think you know what I was about to say. I think Sam, you've been in the chat enough times to know what kind of comment I need to stop myself from saying. It was so inappropriate. It's so inappropriate. Let me not. Plus, I'm not sure how old she is. So, how old is Elle? Over. Was it 20? Oh wait, she's over 21, right? Okay, maybe it's not too inappropriate. Let me stop. Let me stop before I get myself in trouble. Yeah, Doug, just now, I heard you talking about it. Oh, yeah, that was a really good movie. Yeah, I've only watched the first one so far, but I got a free trial. It's like it's a 7-day free trial that had that along with Peninsula, Soul Station, and then Peninsula. So those two I still have to watch. I'm gonna try watching it before my 7-day trial is up, and I could just cancel it and not have to pay for anything. So she's gay, so it has a different kind of finger. She's 20. Okay, cool. Wow. Oh, wow. Enjoy the finger. No, not all three. Yeah, only to the first one, but I'm gonna try and watch all three this week before my 7-day trial is up. But I've only seen the first one so far. Oh man, but yeah, we make jokes, we have fun, and yeah, but yeah, for real, I know I said this before, but maybe it bears repeating. If I do ever say anything, and I know, look, we joke around a lot, I know, and I think we kind of understand where our boundaries are. I think we're pretty okay on that. But if I ever say anything that goes above goes beyond anybody's boundaries, yeah, just let me know. I'm not here to piss people off. We're just trying to have some fun. But yeah. It's an all-girls club. That is a lot like me. She can handle it. Okay, cool. Well, that's good then. Well, Al, I'll take your finger. But I guess I won't be giving you mine. Oh, mate. If I identify as a girl, though, can I join an all-girls club? Because I think that's how that works, right? Like, if I identify as a female, I think that's how that works. Oof. But yeah, it's good to good to be open with the kids, with the offspring. Have no secrets and all of that. South Korean films today's the flu, bang, tsunami, the tower, ashfall, the tunnel. You can check them out in your own time. The flu, Hyundai Mega Tsunami. That sounds like a monster movie. Not a monster movie, disaster movie with monsters. Oh, damn it, still trying to tunnel. Yeah. Ooh, let me take this so it's actually hot in here, man. It's getting hot in here. Let me take this thing off. Oof, excuse me. But yeah, I think that's pretty much been my day so far. I just watched that movie. Did some like doing the cab work early in the morning, but then came back, got some rest. I was playing a video game called Cyberpunk 77, which I got recently. It was on sale for like 25 quid, so I bought that. It's normally £50, so I bought it for it was on sale. And I was actually quite surprised that it ran on my PC. I only bought it because like I figured that I do plan on upgrading my computer in hopefully the next few months. And I was thinking, okay, if I wait till then and I buy it then, it might go back up to £50. Whereas if I buy it now, I could just have it for 25 and then play it later when I upgrade my PC, right? That's what I was kind of thinking. But I was trying it out on my current laptop, and it actually works pretty well. Like I was quite surprised that it actually runs quite smoothly on my laptop. So that was a nice surprise for that. But yeah, I do still plan on upgrading at a later date. Honestly, me and L literally have no secrets. We have oh, that's nice. Yeah. It's some list, but you already know those are favorite films, masterpieces. I've seen a few. Can't remember too many right now. Mostly some of the horror movies I think I've seen from Korea. But yeah. Yeah. It's probably kind of sad that my best friend is my daughter. Nah, that's not sad. I don't think that's sad. I mean, you had to give birth to your own best friend. I guess, but it's not sad. It's not sad. It's just how it goes sometimes, you know, how life is. I mean, as you go through life, people's priorities change, you know, your friends change, and there's people you keep in contact with, but maybe you don't see them as much. But you're around your family pretty much all the time, right? So, and if you're going to be around them all the time, then it's probably ideal that you get along. It would be kind of awkward if you didn't. I mean, it's better to have your daughter as your best friend than your daughter as your worst enemy, right? I'm just saying. I mean, I knew a guy who he had 5 kids. Not one of them liked him. Like he had, well, that might be an exaggeration, to be fair. I don't know that for sure, but certainly at least a few of them didn't like him. Like he just he was trying to like rebuild relationships. This dude was like, I mean, I don't know how old he is now, but I guess he'd be in his 50s by now. But yeah, he had 5 kids. I think maybe a few grandkids. But yeah, he didn't get along with it. Like you know what I mean? Like his problems. And I wasn't surprised either, because he wasn't a nice person at all. Like he had no redeeming features, you know, like no redeeming qualities. Like he was just not a good person to be around. He was constantly being rude, constantly angry, constantly pissed off about something. So when I found out that he has issues building relationships with his own kids, I was like, I'm not even surprised. I'm not even surprised. But yeah, you don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? You don't want to be that guy. Yeah, I know Mega Tsunami sounds like some good to the film here for real. We don't always get along. We argue a lot, but that's because we're so close. Yeah, indeed. Hey, ain't nobody gonna piss you off like the people closest to you. That's just life. That's just life. That's just life. Ain't nobody gonna piss you off more than the people closest to you. But hey, as long as there's more good than bad, then you're doing all right. Speaking of that, I watched 2 Mothra films on TV back in the 7th or 8th grade. Became one of my favorites. Mothra, I remember Mothra. Yeah, old school. I don't remember much about it. It was a big moth, but I don't remember like what his powers were or anything. I remember it was like a giant moth type thing. But yeah. Yeah, yeah. Let me try and find a picture real quick. I'm trying to refresh my memory on Mothra. Like, was it 1960s? Yeah, it was a giant moth. I remember, like, I don't remember which one it was, but I know I've seen. I don't know if I saw the whole movie, but I know I've seen something about Mothra at some point that was on TV. Rodan and Jaguar are my favorites in the Godzilla franchise, and the PS2 games were good too. Okay. Elle is impressed she didn't like Buffy the musical though. Oh mate, that was not good. You know what? Here's the thing though, I actually do normally like musicals. Like some of my favorite films are actually musicals. Like I can think of a few right now. Chicago was really good. Dreamgirls was really good. Charlie and the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, excuse me, was really good. So yeah, some of my favorite films are musicals. So it's not that I don't like musicals in general, but that just it felt like it was trying too hard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because when you watch a musical, they kind of pace themselves. And I guess to be fair, they've only got 45 minutes. And if you're gonna, it's probably difficult to make it clear that it's supposed to be a musical whilst still trying to pace yourself when you've only got 45 minutes. It's probably a difficult thing to do, but it just felt like it was trying too hard. There was way too many songs come in, and the songs didn't really feel that interesting for the most part. So yeah, that episode did not do it for me. I've not seen Mamma Mia actually. I've not seen that, so I can't say too much on that. Sorry. I like the song Mamma Mia though, by ABBA. That's a cool song. I actually saw, was it King Kong versus Godzilla? That was on, was it, or Godzilla versus Kong? It was a recent movie, like from a couple of years ago. Like it was actually came, I think, during the pandemic, and I paid like £15 to watch it, because you know they were like releasing movies on streaming at the same time they released them on the cinema, right? But if you was to watch on streaming, it's like £15 or something like that, $15.99. And it was supposed to be like myself and my brothers like chipping in, but I paid on my card, and they never chipped in. So I just ended up paying £16 to watch this crappy movie, and it was like, flipping out, man. I should have made them pay up front and then get it on my card. They're like, oh yeah, we'll give you money, and they never did. I guess sausage. That's ABBA. Okay. Wow. They got a show out. They're doing a tour right now. Yeah, ABBA. They got Mamma Mia. What else they got? Waterloo. That's a popular one. Man, I got loads of songs. I don't even remember them right now, but yeah, man. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Dancing Queen, yeah, that's another popular one. Mamma Mia, here we go again. Mama, how can I forget you? All right. Let's get this movie started then. So if you haven't already, get it ready on 0. I'm gonna switch over to this screen. Okay. This movie is 1 hour and 26 minutes and 1 second. Let's name it right now. Which forgot about texting the lady friend, so I named it ABBA songs. Okay. The one thing I could take away from texting the love is ABBA. Good to know. Good to know. All right, so we're gonna go 3, 2, 1, play. So get your fingers ready. And in 3, 2, 1, play. Can't believe she came out of me. Sam, be honest, you're a secret ABBA fan, right? Between all the heavy metal and hard rock, between all the heavy metal and the hard rock, Sam finds time for ABBA. So right off the bat, I feel like they've changed some stuff from the original movie about Slayer lore. Because in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I swear they said in the series, I swear they said nothing about a birthmark. You're doing it wrong. You caught me. Hey. Ain't nothing wrong with a little pop. Luke Perry's in this movie. Hilary Swank, raw. They got all the movie stars. Got David Sutherland, David Arquette, Donald Sutherland rather. How did this film flop? Apparently this film flopped really badly when it came out. With all these big stars in it. I mean, to be fair, they weren't big stars apart from Donald Sutherland. And this is probably later in his career. Just think, Sarah Michelle Gellar would have been like 10 when this movie was coming out. So this movie, and had it on VHS. Man. You know you're old when you remember what VHS is. Yeah, there's Hilary Swank right there. It was a huge flop. It got popular after the TV show. Written by Joss Whedon. Boo. Southern California, the Light Ages. So, from what I understand, most of the characters in the series are not in the movie. Apart from, of course, Buffy. But, like, Xander and Willow, like, they're not in this movie. Like, I think Rupert is in the movie, and that's probably about it. But I know Angel's not in this movie. Oh, Donald Sutherland, here we go. Donald Sutherland is a legendary actor though. Like, he's done a lot of great movies. Two celebs in this I know are Pee Wee Herman and Luke Perry. Yeah, I did see Luke Perry's name. No, they're not. It's only Buffy. Okay. So they pretty much just rewrote the whole thing for the series then. I mean, to be fair, if the movie flops, it's probably not a bad idea. And I guess to be fair, the series is set at a different time. Like, I mean, the series is, when the series starts, she's already the Slayer, whereas this is starting by the looks when she's about to become the Slayer. So I guess it makes sense that she's going to have a different circle of friends and things like that. Yeah, it's coming in 1992, 5 years before the series. Yeah, because says we 1997. So yeah. That temptation to grab ass. Animal howling in distance. So that means Spike's not in this then. But wait, I think I saw there is a vampire called Pike, right? Man. This movie's only an hour and a half though, so they might want to move it along. But none of these actors... No. I did see somewhere. There is one actor who's in the series and the movie. I forget which actor it was though. But I think I saw it pop up online. It says something like the one actor that was in both the movie and the series. But I think everybody else, like both actors and characters, like even the leads and everything else, none of them are actually, well, most of them are not in the series. Having dreams of past Slayers. I remember that I've seen this movie. Granted, it's been a long time though. Yeah, I guess it's quite forgettable. Yo, Jacob! Lil J in the place. Little Jake's in the place. Doing alright, man. Doing alright. Watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer from 1992. The movie that started it all. Yeah, the movie was so-so to me. Let me say from the start, I watched Scream 1 and 2. Okay. Hopefully they were more than so-so, but... Oh, that's, Stephen Root. That's Stephen Root. The guy that leaned over with the, had this kind of scraggly beard. That's Stephen Root. He's in so many stuff. He's in, what's he in? He was in a show called News Radio, which was really good. He was in Office Space. That was really funny. He was in RoboCop 3, which... not very good, actually, to be fair. But yeah, that was Stephen Root. Jokes are good. Again, guys. What do you think, Jake? Yeah, Moiko's alright. I ended up, I was supposed to do the cab stuff on the weekend. I ended up not, actually. Ended up just not, and just taking the time to play some video games. Last Scream one of the best. I liked the homage to the other horror movies. Oh yeah. Pike, there you go. I couldn't believe Wes Craven was in Scream 1 as a janitor dressed as Freddy. And the Psycho quotes. Again, was alright. Alright, stuff nice. Yeah, they make a lot of references in the Scream movie, especially the first one. But it was Ghostface, but Stu Macker. But yeah, there was two of them. That's the thing, innit? I'm like, oh, okay. Billy from the beginning just kind of screamed psycho murderer. Like his whole demeanor was like, yeah, he's the guy right from the jump, and I'm sure that's deliberate. But then, by the time you get to the end, you find out when he gets stabbed, and you're like, oh, okay, maybe it wasn't him. Okay, as well. That was brutal. Definitely it was the girl who got caught. Okay, yeah, that was forgotten the name, but yeah, I know the one you're talking about. Vision's always best, Jake. Yeah, it's probably the franchise. The most consistent sequels. Movies. Heather Graham. Oh, the actress. No, it's I'm gonna need to remind myself. One sec. Rose McGowan, that was it. Rose McGowan. That's Tatum. Yeah. Sam got there. Yeah, the thing about that death scene, though, is that it was pretty gruesome and pretty brutal. But it's also probably the most unrealistic as well. Like, I'm just saying. If the top bit can fit through that cat flap, the rest of her should have had no problems. I'm just saying. Count of Monte Cristo and Sweeney Todd with Johnny Depp. Watching this weekend. You know, Count of Monte Cristo is a film not worth watching. Especially if you haven't read the book. Because it's so bad. Like, it's really, it does not, it's not even the fact that it doesn't do the book justice. It's just not a good movie. The book it's based on is one of the, in my opinion, is one of the best books ever written. And one of the reasons why it's so good is because of how much detail it goes into in how, you know, the prison, this, let me not spoil it, but it goes into a lot of detail. And the movie skips over so much of that, and turns it into, yeah, it's if you've read the book, then yeah, by all means watch the movie, and it won't make a difference. But if you haven't read the book, honestly, read the book first, because if you watch the movie first, it would paint an image of that story that just is so inaccurate. Sweeney Todd's a decent movie, though. Heather Graham was in Scream 2. She played Casey in the Stab movie. Oh, okay. So there's David Schwimmer. I mean, he wasn't in the movie, but they mentioned his name. Tony Prescott is the greatest escape artist known to man. Yeah, cause I want to see Sweeney Todd for sure. It's got the best final girl, hands down, better than Laurie Strode. There, I said it. Okay. Wow. Wow. Yeah, make a great collaboration. They have done some good movies together, for sure. Yeah, he might have wanted to give her more training before taking her to a graveyard. And apparently he can't really handle himself too well. Been wanting to see her for years. I think there is an old school sweetheart to look it up. Count of Monte Cristo movie. Watch from 2002. Yeah, that's the one. I mean, there's only, well, actually no, there's quite a few movies made, but yeah, that's I guess the main popular one that got made, and it's terrible. It's a terrible, terrible film. Flying, so the vampires could fly in this one. Even Elle just says Sydney's better than Laurie. Okay, so that's 2 for Sydney. Anybody think Laurie Strode was a better final girl than Sydney Prescott? We got 2 for Sydney so far, so Sydney's winning. Tim Burton. Scream 2. Ending caught me off guard with Mrs. Yeah. That was Laurie Metcalf. So good, got you. Let's see the original countenance, Crystal Melody. Check both the originals. So, okay, it's free for Prescott. Okay, guess Prescott wins. You're just a badass at this point. So apparently, according to Scream law, the police officer that said, "Oh wait, no, let me not say it because you've only watched up Scream 2 so far, isn't it?" So no, never mind. It's kind of a spoiler. Not, yeah, no, it's best I don't say it. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's not really a spoiler. It's not a spoiler. But yeah, maybe it's best I still don't say it. It's not really a spoiler, but it's probably best I still don't say it. And to be honest, I think by the time you watch all the movies, you might not even notice the thing. It's such a small detail. But yeah, maybe not saying that just in case. Going to say, and I can confirm. Okay, cool. We'll leave it. Yeah, we'll say that and then we'll leave it there. But yeah. I don't think Dr. Ripley would be one. She's more science fiction action. I mean, I think it still counts. Ultimately, it's something trying to kill her, and that was a dumb way of testing, though. Like, but what if she wasn't the chosen one? What if he was wrong about her being the chosen one? He just threw a knife at a girl. I'm pleasantly surprised. Yeah, they're good movies. Yeah, they're fun movies. Good. Punch him. Punch him again. 4 more to go. The touch screen was also going to take up its original while paying respect to her. I think it's the same screen too. What's so dramatic? Oh my god. Oh yeah. And I mean, to be fair, she was trying to get everybody's attention and they all thought it was a joke. Or, you know, all thought it was part of the show or whatever. So because she punched him, that's what convinced her into thinking she's the chosen one. Because she punched him and didn't break a nail. And now how many what scream to now? And cheer for Ghostface when he kills Jada. I watch Emancipation just to see him get whooped. And they're supposed to have specific abilities. Sorry, Breck. So, who we talking about with specific abilities? Like we talking about the final girls or the monsters? Well, they both want to steal the show. Slayer-like abilities. Oh, right, it's about the Slayers. Okay. Well, in the show, they say that the Slayers are, like, stronger and stuff. But to be fair, in the show, they don't really do much to emphasize Buffy's strength. Like, every now and then, she'll break something, right? But for the most part, they don't really emphasize the fact that she's supposed to be stronger than average person. Not much stronger than the average person. They'll have her jump over something once in a while. And then there'd be like, I don't know, weeks maybe. Whole seasons go by and like, then the next Feast of Strength thing would happen. Yes, did that. Somebody else has to steal the show, and Jada dies overly dramatically. Yeah, the Slayers, ones yet to be activated, are called potential Slayers in waiting, basically. Yeah, I mean, I think this movie is operating on a different set of rules than the series. So, yeah. And to be fair, the potential Slayer thing didn't even come until like season, what, 6, 7? That's a Scooby-Doo van. So that probably wasn't even the original idea anyway. Okay, the best of that type of death scene. Because we could steal the scene. No phones may find the Ghostface costume hidden away, thinking one day Jade. What's this? Screen movies. This guy's wearing lipstick. You can be a scary vampire, you're wearing lipstick. That wasn't in the heart though. They don't dust and so yeah, Buffy the show doesn't have that spider sense stitching. So that's something different as well. That was all. Already got into Scream, I command Jason. I'm trying to pull up my Ryzen, if that makes sense. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I can't talk to you guys about my Scream 7 fairy tale ECs. You just hurry up. Okay. Scream 7, somebody gets killed. That's my theory. Friday 13 movies after the Halloween movies, yeah. Yeah, that's like 10 Friday the 13th movies, or 11. dear. I don't know what to talk about it. When you're the only one who's seen something, and you've got something you want to say, but nobody else has seen it. Yeah, I know that feeling. Can't lie, that might be a while before I see Scream 6. might be a hot minute. Oh, okay. Sequels. Imagine how that is, but yeah, I've seen. Well, we actually just watched all the Halloween movies not too long ago. But I have seen a few of the Friday 13th films, but they were so long ago at this point, I've forgotten a lot about them. I saw that one. Be a number. I'm still there. Let's say yes to him. Movie. Say it was dope. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure. I'm not surprised the film flopped. It is kind of boring. There we go. Keep quiet. Zip. Yeah, not easy. Yo, Ben. The weekend, talk of all our movies. Speak up about your eyes watching Nights with Living Dead. Oh, classic. Nice piece, man. How did this film get greenlit, man? This is there is nothing happening. Okay, that's an exaggeration. Of course, there's something happening. There's nothing interesting happening. Yeah. George A. Romero. Leatherface, yeah, he was. This movie's garbage, for real. But how long's the movie been on for? Oh, 46 minutes. We got about 40 minutes left of this. Shit. Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, we're not always gonna pick good movies for movie night. Man, Hilary Swank was in The Next Karate Kid. How did she go from that to this nonsense? Or was this first? I don't know. Great movies, some test your knowledge. Yeah. It's a tie for me. I like them both. Well, I was a vampire in a gym. What is Donald Sutherland doing in this movie, though? They took one of the most legendary actors of all time, and they dragged him into this crappy movie. Ugh. Best two, I think. Well, there's a Stream Elements bot. Stream Elements bot is you know, I actually don't remember what I set it up for, but yeah, it helps with stuff. I know I set it up. I know I set it up. I just can't remember what exactly I set it up for. But I set it up ages ago. Let's see, caught me off guard. That's yet to see Scream 6, so good old change. For sure, yeah, I'll check it out. Then in Scream 2, Mrs. Loomis being Billy's mum caught me off guard. Yeah, they have a cool way of being predictable and unpredictable at the same time, I think, with the Scream movies. Suffer or acting. She wasn't that bad. She was alright. I mean, I know it's cool to hate on Jada right now, but nah, she wasn't that bad. I mean, her role for that movie yeah, was to die early, and this is what she did. You know, it's kind of like what they did with Drew Barrymore in the first one. Now you bring somebody who's sort of known, somewhat famous. Well, Drew Barrymore's probably a bit more famous, to be fair, but you bring someone who's recognizable and kill him off early, and that seems to be the thing they were doing for those films. But yeah. I'm just kidding. Cool. It's alright. I wonder if people have different thoughts on more Smith these days since the Oscar slap. You know what? Best as I can tell, I don't think anybody has any wildly different opinions on Will in terms of his movies. You know, I mean, there's some people, of course, who support the slap, some people who don't support the slap. But I think, generally speaking, whoever liked his movies before still likes his movies now, and whoever didn't like him before still don't like him. That's how it seems to be anyway. What is funny to me, though, is that even after a year, after the apologies and after everything that's happened, there's still people out there trying to paint this as Will Smith protecting a black woman, which is like not what happened. You know, is so far from what happened. But there's still people trying to paint it out like that. It's like, come on, man. Let's not try and turn this into something it so blatantly isn't. Like, it wasn't that. It was clear that it wasn't that when it happened. And now it's even more clear since, like, you know, the apologies and all that sort of stuff. That's not what happened. And there's still people trying to paint it out like that. It's like, come on, man. Was supposed to play Sydney. That was Drew who wanted to play Casey. Getting with him, his facial was actually very satisfying, I can't lie. Whip him again, master. Yeah, missed the spot. Yeah, missed the spot. For a completely different reason for me. I have no plans to. Yeah, it's based on a true story. Of I forget the guy's name right now, but yeah. Talking about my ancestors. Am I? Wait, what did I say? I'm talking like... what did I say? Oh, that, okay. Yeah, no, that was it's from Chris Rock's latest special when he talks about watching Will Smith getting whipped to emancipation. He's like, yeah, hit him again, massa, hit him again. But yeah, that's where that was from. Hit him again, Massa. Yeah, Massa spot. But okay, cool. Like Brack's ancestors. I watched Hustlers yesterday. Most recent as in made recently, or most recent as in saw recently? So I guess the most recent film I've seen is this monstrosity I'm watching right now. Before that, it was Train to Busan, which I watched a few hours ago today. But in terms of most recently made movie, that would be Ant-Man 3. Oh no, it wouldn't be. It would be Luther. I watched the Netflix movie Luther, Fallen Sun. That was really good, by the way. Really, really like that. I felt the same. Yeah. That's cool, kid on. Joking. Chris Rock sounded like a house ninja. Yeah, some folk didn't like that Chris Rock joke. Like, he can't make fun of slavery. Slavery was a real thing. It's like, he wasn't making fun of slavery. He was making fun of Will Smith getting whipped. Though, to be fair, it is based on a true story, so there is that. Smith, Chris Rock's situation, Will actually laughed at the joke, but he only changed as he saw Jada's face. When he watches that movie now, he's gonna be saying, hit him again. Hit him again, Massa. You missed a spot. Excuse me. Train to Busan was excellent. Yeah, I really liked that movie. Definitely worth watching. Definitely comes recommended. Yeah, I like Train to Busan. There's 3 movies in the series, but I've only seen the first one so far. Alright, so Jake, you watched Train to Busan as well? I mean, the whole thing about Smith, I mean, yeah, I mean, to me, I just feel like it was a moment of emotion, like, times when you have an emotional response rather than a logical response. You know what I mean? Like, That's what I saw anyway. Somebody having an emotional response, and that's not to say emotional responses are necessarily bad. They're not in and of themselves, but there are times where you need to be more logical and times where you need to be more emotional. And that was a time when he needed to be more logical, but instead was more emotional. And that's what I saw. And his apology pretty much confirmed that. I mean, sometimes we let our ego get the better of us, right? And I think that's just what happened. Excuse me. Sorry, get the sniffles. When he did it, Jada had a smile of satisfaction on her face. I mean, Jada probably has her own issues in it. I mean, let's just keep it real. Whatever happened with what's going on in Smith's mind and whatever's going on in Jada's mind, I wouldn't be surprised if they're two completely different things. They're still making those Red Table Talk videos talking about how to spot narcissism. Like, really? Really? Association. You know, so the second movie in that series is called Soul Station. That's an animated one, right? I feel like they missed a trick by not calling it Soul Train. Like that would have been a much better name. Yeah, the subtitle version, unfortunately, interesting. Okay, interesting. I watched the subtitled version. I personally would not describe that as unfortunate. I found it. I don't know. I mean, I felt the subtitles were fine. I know sometimes with subtitles they can go too fast or things like that. But I felt like the one that I watched, which was on Amazon, the subtitles were fine. They had a good speed. I was able to keep up, understand what was going on. Personally, when it comes to live action movies, I generally don't watch them dubbed because the dubbing is off. From the lip movement to what they're actually saying, it's off. It's even if it's done by the same actors, the fact that they're speaking one language but you hear another language, the movements don't match up, and it just looks off. So I personally don't like to watch live action movies dubbed. Animated movies are a bit different, but live action movies I would always go with subbed. Go for the original language, then subtitles. But yeah, sometimes the subtitles can be hard to keep up with. But this one, I felt they were fine. Good stuff. Stage. Do you think? Let's see again in English. I read it. So I'll show the movie. If we want to see it again in English for sure. Alright. I did watch an anime recently called Edge Runner, Cyberpunk Edge Runners on Netflix, and I watched that subtitled, and that I actually do want to watch again dubbed, because for me I felt like the subtitles were going too fast and it was difficult to keep up with it. But with animation, I don't mind watching them dubbed, just because, like, again, like, you know, just to do with like the lip movements, it doesn't matter so much with animation. But with live action, it just stands out so much when the lip movements don't match what's being said. So no problem for me. Yeah, it's weird when like I felt stage. I also think it was genuine because he only changed the demeanor once he saw her face. Yeah, I think at this point it's definitely genuine, right? I mean, at the time, I think people are speculating, but it's been over a year. I think it's definitely genuine. It would be the most elaborate stunt if that was staged. It would be just the most elaborate public stunt if that was staged. Because for one thing, like, only Smith and Rock would know about it, or maybe just a few, very small amount of people would know about it. And why would Smith agree to do something that's going to make him look bad, and then uphold that for a year or more? That made him look bad in the public eye. That potentially affects, you know, his career. Potentially affects who he can work with. I mean, so far it hasn't, so he's been okay. Oh, Shabaranks. But yeah, no, I don't think that was staged. I think it's gone way too far at this point to think it was staged. It's... Thanks for let's see. For black women, black and speak for women in general. We are men to defend our honor. We are able to fight our own battles. That narrative is boring. Sam don't need men to defend her. Cool. When when a mugger attacks, when a guy jumps out with a big knife, give her your money. Elliot's like, well, you take it. you don't need to defend you. I know what you mean. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that's what was happening. The whole defend black women, that's not what was happening. It's a guy who, through series of unfortunate events, had a lapse in judgment and did something that he clearly shouldn't have done. I don't think he was trying to I don't think he was, in his mind, he was thinking, I want to defend my wife's honor. Or maybe he was, I don't know. I don't know the guy. But clearly, from a, say, psychological point of view, that whole thing had nothing to do with defending black women. Genuine, they private, he came away looking stupid doing what he did. I prefer subtitling. You know what? I do that as well, Ben. If I'm watching films as like on Netflix or whatever, yeah, I put the subtitles on, even if in English. Yeah, because sometimes you miss stuff, right? Sometimes you don't hear the words or whatever, or you just want to check what you heard as what they said. So yeah, I often have subtitles on when watching movies. To be honest, I think a lot of people do that, actually. I think a lot of people do that. Acting their color, not their age. The Oscars. Come on, Brax. Come on, Brax. Acting their color. Don't bring our people into this. don't be bringing our people into this. Listen, one man does not represent the tribe. You know what I mean? Like, one man does not represent the group. And in all honesty, the way Chris Rock handled that situation, that to me was commendable. Because he didn't, you know, get angry and fight back, and he took it and he carried on with the show. And then he took his time to deliver his response. Yeah, I've read an article about subtitles in films recently. I'll try to find it. He said the dubbed version is awful, that lip sync is off. I didn't realize that. Oh, by the way, so Jake, just to be, I have not watched the dubbed version of Train to Busan. I only watched the subtitled version. But what I meant was that I generally don't watch dubbed live action movies because the lip syncing is off. So I wasn't necessarily talking about that film specifically. I meant just dubbed films in general. When the actors speak in one language but you're hearing a different language, even when it's done by the same actors, right? Like what you hear and the way their lips moving, it's always off. You know, there's some that do it better than others, to be fair, but it's always off. Like the lip movements are just not right, and it takes me out of the movie experience when it's like that. But yeah, I have not actually watched the dubbed version of Train to Busan, just the subtitled version. We're fully capable of doing that with our words. Yeah, women tear a man down by making him think everything's alright. Making him think everything's fine. It's not a problem. Don't worry about it. Listen, if you ever know, if a woman ever says to you, "Don't worry about it," when you know you've done something wrong. If you ever hear a woman say, "Don't worry about it," if I know you're just a woman, anybody to be fair. If you ever hear anybody say, "Don't worry about it," when you know for a fact you did something wrong, and they just say to you, "Don't worry about it, it's fine." It's not fine. It's not fine. Better sleep with one eye open. Better watch what you eat. It is not fine. I'm talking about yeah, 7. No, it's too late, Sam. You said you don't meant to defend you. It's too late. People with subtitles because I might miss something on the screen. I That makes sense. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. That's why, like, how the subtitles are done can make a massive difference. Oh, she blew fire in his face. That was misspellish. It was probably meant to be his face. Yeah, you already know how whatever played out in the mainstream and public. Doing that Haze. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're not alone. I'm pretty sure a lot of people do that. Looking at subtitles and not watching the actual scene. There you go, finally, Mark. I'm expecting you to step in. However, if we get an argument, we can tell you. So mugging is the exception, okay. No, it's so good. It's so good. I'm not sure if I explained it properly, but yeah, I just meant dubbed movies in general. You don't step in front of me being mugged. I'm telling the mugger to take him instead. Take him. He's got more money. I'm so broke. I had to borrow 10 quid from the mugger just so he could mug me for 10 quid. Chivalry is dead. Yeah, woman, you understand the ground rules from the get-go. Yeah. You don't get to touch her boobs till the second day. With consent first. You're not getting me cancelled. You see those adverts and commercial that were originally intended for an audience in another language, and they have horrible dub track. Yeah, I used to watch I used to watch the old Kung Fu movies, and they were badly dubbed. They were so badly. To be fair, that became part of the fun with those old movies, old Kung Fu movies, that they were so badly dubbed, you know. But yeah, I think when you're watching, especially movies that are supposed to be taken a bit more seriously, that have a bit more of a story and depth. And Kung Fu movies generally, especially a lot of the old sort of 70s Kung Fu movies, they generally didn't have much of a depth to the story. They were just like, you know, Master got killed, student seeks revenge. That's pretty much every Kung Fu movie ever made, right? Back then. But when you're watching films that have a bit more depth to the story and a bit more intricacy, and you're watching it and it's dubbed, and it's so badly dubbed, it just takes you out. Oh, at least for me, anyway. I get attacked with it. I'm definitely putting you in harm's way. Hey! I'm a lover, not a fighter. Jason as well. Caught a few years back when Sharon was poisoning Ian Bell with their Christmas pudding. I can see some stuff like that. Well, you know what? The thing is, you ultimately use what you've got, right? Now, look, I'm not saying it's okay to poison people. Let me be clear on that. But ultimately, you use what you've got. Like, if you are somebody who's like, you know, you got some size, you got some strength, you can handle yourself, you could be more physical. If you don't have that, right? You know, if you don't have that, then you're not going to try and fight somebody in a physical way when you know you can't handle yourself that way. So you're going to use what you've got, whether that's tricking them in somehow or luring them into something. You know what I mean? It's like two boxers. It's not about who's bigger and who's stronger. It's like who's smarter. Like any boxer would tell you, the smarter boxer will always win. At the moment, Danny Dyer joined the cast. Danny Dyer? What's wrong with Danny Dyer? You don't mock me rather than a cockney. Okay. Not a real cockney, I see. And he's from West London. But he's an actor, though, isn't it? So he acts like he's East Ender. Or are we protesting for East London representation on and off camera? Such a place to put in. Well, that was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Buffy the Vampire Slayer from 1992, the movie that started it all. Wow, that was boring. Oh my days, that film sucked hard. The show that came out of it, in my opinion, wasn't, you know, great. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It was fine. It had some really, really good parts, but overall, I thought it was okay. But that movie just sucked. It was boring. I will say this though, it did feel like it was a good idea. Like the actual, you know, the Slayer, the whole lore of the Slayer. It felt they had a really good, solid base, but just were unable to create a good movie from that base. And that's kind of the shame of it, really, is that it just they had like a really good idea to start with, but they for some reason they couldn't make a good movie around it. So yeah, it was boring. But hey, maybe somebody somewhere likes this film. I'm not one of those people. Who knows? Maybe I'll talk about this movie on my movie channel and trash it. I just might do that. I just might, if I could bring myself around to watching this crap again. But boring movie or good movie. Hopefully enjoy the live stream at least. Hopefully the live stream and the chat was entertaining. Even if the movie isn't. So he's a fancy Ian Bill's mom in the show. Ian Bill's mom, Kathy, Cindy. Yeah, I think it was it Cindy or Cat? She owns the Cafe shop, wasn't it? I think it was Cafe. It was like Cafe, the cafe owner, wasn't it, right? I think. I don't know. I haven't watched these things for a long ass time at this point, but yeah, I know you're talking about. But yeah, she had that thing with Paul. Is it Paul? Phil with Phil. She had a ting with Phil. Someone doing that too. Some pudding. Not the pudding, no. So I enjoy your puddings, even Yorkshire pudding. Company York with Sunday roast. Yorkshire pudding is it's what is it? One sec. I might be thinking of something else. I might be thinking of something else actually. All right, yeah, never mind. I think of something else. I was thinking of no, yeah. I was thinking of black pudding. That's the one that's all like guts and whatever. It's like a geezer in real life, and he basically beat himself in the show. Yeah, I think to be fair though, if you are playing a character in a show that you're potentially going to be playing over a long period of time, it's not a bad idea to have that character as close to who you are in real life, or not too different. Because the thing is, I don't know how long he's been in the show for. I think he was there for a while at least. But the thing with acting, if you play a character that's very different to who you are, and you do that over a long period of time, you can get lost in, between who you are and who the actor is, because you spend so much time in that headspace. So I feel like from a mental stability point of view, it makes sense to play a character that, especially if you are going to be doing it over a period of time, that isn't too dissimilar to who you are in real life. So you're less likely to get lost, or at least that's how it seems to me anyway. I don't know. Maybe there's more to it, to the science than that. I'm not an actor, so I guess I don't know. But that's how it seems in my mind, that it makes sense to play that character that isn't too far off who you are. Whereas if you're doing a movie where you might just play that character, you might be doing it for just a little while, then yeah, you can maybe go all out into something that's completely different, because you'll only be doing it for a short period of time, and then you can come out of it and do what you need to do. But with a TV show, you might be playing that same character for years, and if it's somebody that's so different to who you are, and just being in that headspace all that time for years on end, then yeah, I don't know. That's how it seems to me anyway. I've never been a long-term actor on a TV show, so what do I know, right? What do I know? But nothing more than a bad movie. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, movies could be bad, right? As in, like, have bad acting, have maybe bad storytelling, pretty much do everything wrong. But if it's just boring, that's I'd agree with that. There's the line that you just don't cross. You could be a bad film, but just don't be boring. That's the one thing. Just don't be boring. He has a very limited range. Yeah, I've only seen him in, I think, 2 movies. I haven't seen much of his stuff. I did watch a little bit of his EastEnders run, but yeah, not a whole lot to have any real opinion on it. But yeah, I saw him in Human Traffic, where he gets caught masturbating by his mum. That was funny. Bruh, that's... Oh. Mate, imagine that, though. Your parents walking on you while you're pleasuring... Nah, that's gotta be... I mean, it's funny if it happens to somebody else, but if it happens to you, nah. That's gonna be a horrifying thing. Why should always knock the door? Always knock the door. before you walk into somebody's room. But then again, it's their house, so they shouldn't have to knock, I suppose. Yeah, we felt if you want a movie that's so bad it's actually good. Funhouse Massacre. Funhouse Massacre. That sounds like a horror movie with clowns. And yeah, I think it pretty much is, isn't it? Like that. And it's some primes. I'll have to check it out. I agree with that. Everybody else Raymond become part of the mission. Yeah. I'll say goodnight. She's off. Good night, Al. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream, or at least enjoys texting your girlfriend during the stream. Appreciate you stopping by and saying hi. Can't make that filmography. He always seems to play crafty cockneys. South London, you want that cockney? It's like he hams it up. Everybody else Raymond was a classic show. Characters are so relatable. Yeah, it was a decent show. I used to watch it quite a bit actually. The guy who played the brother was like, yeah, everybody loves Raymond. Massacre has Freddy in it. Freddy, okay. Freddy, Krueger Freddy. Oh yeah, I've got to say, hey, yeah, Robert England. Yeah, yeah. Yo, Reese. Reese, peace. The Funhouse Massacre, yeah, it's on Amazon Freevee. So I don't think you need an Amazon account to watch it. You don't need a Prime account to watch it. I think you could just watch it on Amazon for free, which is pretty cool. I like free stuff. That's my favorite stuff. Yes, yeah, it is. Everybody else Raymond Black was that. Bernie Mac show. Bernie Mac show was really funny. I like that show, yeah. I was both. You can watch both. Watch, yo, yeah, use both. Jump in the morning. Yeah, King of Queens. Yeah. That's no good one. Well, I liked it anyway. King of Queens, yeah. Malcolm in the Middle, yeah. Malcolm in the Middle, of course. Walter White, the show that made it. I mean, he was acting for a long time. He was acting. Yeah, Bryan Cranston. He's been an actor for a long time. He's done loads of stuff like small parts and things like that. But yeah, it wasn't until at Malcolm in the Middle where he kind of got his sort of big kind of mainstream push break, and then of course from that he did Breaking Bad, and yeah, Breaking Bad, seemingly his defining role was Walter White. Queen Street and Layer in me was had a beautiful back. And invested is now. Yeah. I don't know this at the time. Well, I guess not many people knew it. Was just because it was all secret or whatever. But yeah, she was going through bare problems. Like she was like in the Scientologist group in religion, and so she was like deep in that, and was like sort of coming out of it. Like she's out of it now. But yeah, back then when she was doing that, she was like, yeah, deep in the Scientologist, all kinds of problems with like trying to get out, you know, pissed off the wrong people, and yeah, like she did an interview with Joe Rogan. If you look that up, it's a long discussion, but yeah, if you're ever interested in learning a little bit about what she went through, that's a good interview to check out. That's the game thing, so talking about it makes me want to watch it. It's Benny Mac, that's so funny. Yeah, he was a funny dude, man. He had a Def Comedy Jam. I mean, there was loads of funny people that came off of Def Comedy Jam. I think Def Comedy Jam made a lot of stars. That really, if you look back at Def Comedy Jam and the people that were on that show, a lot of them went on to do very well in the comedy world. You know, so they really picked out people who were not only just good and funny, but really just kind of like willing to be their funniest. And I was actually watching, it was a Pierre, I don't know if, I'm not sure his last name, but he's a comedian. They call him Comedian Pierre, and he appears on Comedy Hype. If you ever watched that on YouTube, like he's a regular guest on Comedy Hype. But he was talking about the Def Comedy Jam days, and what he said just it made so much sense as to why that show was like consistently just super funny. And he was basically saying that at the time there wasn't really a lot of opportunities for these comedians. So these comedians, like, they've been around for years. They've been on the circuit for years, like 5 years, 10 years. They've been honing their craft. So by the time Def Comedy Jam came about, that was like, for a lot of them, the biggest opportunity that's come their way, and you know, for their whole like 5-10 year career. And because they've been doing it for so long, at this point, they've honed their craft. They know what they're doing. Plus, it's a big opportunity, so they're really stepping it up. You know, so yeah, by the time you see this show, it might be the first time you've heard of them, but you know, they've been around a while, they've been crafted, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then this show comes along, and yeah, they just put on their best. So you're watching these shows, seeing these guys for the first time, and each one of them is just blowing them out of the water, you know. So yeah, that when he explained it, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, Def Comedy Jam, a lot of great comedians were on that show. Yeah, I'm a Scientologist, yeah. Now, when she talks about what she went through and the problems she had with like her mother was involved, and you know, all that, yeah, I can't remember all the details right now, but it's been a while, but there's a lot. There's a lot. Kings of Comedy, yeah. Great game there. Thanks for asking. Oh, that's a shame, Reese. But yeah, hopefully you get there. Hopefully you get there. Bit by bit, man. Little bit by little bit. Yeah, there's a documentary interview about her life. Yeah, that judge back in 2013. Good and naturally funny. I remember Keen. Yeah. Who loves orange soda? Kel loves orange soda. I do. Oh, they're making a Good Burger Part 2. Did you guys hear that? Good Burger Part 2 has been greenlit for Paramount Plus with Keenan and Kel. Let me see if there's a release date for it. But Good Burger, I don't know if you guys seen the first Good Burger, but it was like 1997. But yeah, let's see. Okay, it doesn't have a date, but it just says later in 2023. No exact release date has been revealed yet. But yeah, Good Burger 2 has been greenlit, due to be released later this year. So yeah, that's some big news. I'm looking forward to that. But Good Burger was a good film. That was a funny movie. George Carlin, yeah. They call it the American Dream because you gotta be asleep to believe it. Personally, your favorite comedian to emerge from Def Comedy Jam? From Def Comedy Jam. Oof. I don't know, man. I mean, there's so many that did so many great jokes. I mean, Bernie Mac's, I would say his Def Comedy Jam set specifically is probably my favorite. For mainly because it sticks in my head the most. It's the one that sticks in my head the most out of all of them. But yeah, even, I mean, Martin Lawrence was just hilarious on that as the host. The way he would just like go in on the guests. I don't know if I had to pick a favorite. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna probably just say, I'll probably go with Bernie Mac for now. I mean, I'd have to maybe think about it a lot more, because I'm sure there's people I've forgotten as well, or can't remember right now. But Bernie Mac's set, that's the one that typically comes to mind when I think of Def Comedy Jam. That whole thing about, you know, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers, you know, that whole thing, you know, I'm hung low. I'll pull my shit out, this whole room get dark. Hit it! I ain't scared of you, motherfucker. You know, that's the set that comes to my mind the most when I think of Def Comedy Jam. So yeah, I'm gonna say Bernie Mac for now. But to give a proper answer, I'm probably gonna have to watch him again and give it some thought. But yeah, Bernie Mac. He was way ahead of his time. It's a big club and you're not in it yet. Hope things improve. Yeah. Richard Pryor, one of my favorites. The American Dream one, yeah. Be asleep to believe it. Humanity, Moesha. Parker's Living Single, Different Worlds, Fresh Prince, Sister, that's our Raven. Living Single, I'm not sure if they showed that in the UK, or did they? I know they showed pretty much every other show you just mentioned there, because apart from Family Matters and the Parkers, I'm pretty sure I watched all of them, but I think they at least showed those in the UK. Living Single I've heard of, I know I haven't seen it, but I don't know if they ever actually showed it in the UK, unless somebody can tell me, but I don't know. But yeah, that's the show that, I mean, it came before Friends. It apparently was by the same writer or the same person who had the idea for both shows. So Friends technically isn't a ripoff, but yeah, it's pretty much the white version of Living Single, from my understanding. I think Living Single was a year before Friends started, but of course Friends was a much bigger show. But it was the same idea about, you know, singles living in an apartment in the city and their adventures, and Bernie Mac, Capone, Martin Lawrence, Robin Williams is my third favorite comedian of all time. Another classic, yeah. Lee Evans, yeah. Lee Evans, sweaty man. Def Comedy Jam and BT Comic View. I've never seen a comedian with so much energy on stage. It's like he had kinetic energy going for him. I'm really surprised that Robin Williams was on the Colombian March when he was performing. I like Lee Evans too. He's one of the best English comedians yet. I used to be part of this video club where you buy VHS tapes from them, and you buy enough tapes and you get like discounts and free stuff and things. Anyway, this one time I placed an order for a video, and I don't remember what it was, but they sent me Mousetrap by mistake. Now I don't know if it's because maybe I put the wrong codes down on the form, or maybe they made a mistake on their end. I don't know, but all I know is that Mousetrap is not the film that I intended to buy, but that's what they sent. And I was gonna just send it back, right? But then I thought to myself, let me watch this movie first. Watched it, laughed so much. I was like, you know what? This is a good mistake. I don't know where the mistake was made. I don't know if it's my mistake, their mistake, but at this point, I don't care. I'm keeping this movie. But yeah, Mousetrap with Lee Evans and, forget the other dude's name. But yes, so funny. So funny. Or Mouse Hunt, right? Is it Mouse Hunt or Mousetrap? It might be Mouse Hunt. One sec. What's that film called again? It's Mouse Hunt. Sorry, my bad. It's Mouse Hunt. It's called Mouse Hunt. Nathan Lane and Lee Evans. Well, apparently it's called Mousetrap in some parts of the world, so I guess they're both correct. But yeah, Mouse Hunt I think is what it's called in the UK, and I guess maybe Mousetrap is what it's called somewhere else. Listen to the big anymore. Derek Glass stuff. How many people have heard of them? But everyone lost when they listen to it. Yeah, I'm not sure I've heard of those guys. Wasn't it like wasn't that the Game Master? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Back version of Friends. And the minds become sad. And they even try to spend more time with his wife. He said, I think they're good. Yeah, priorities, man, priorities. Have a town with him because yeah. Mousetrap's that game. I guess at the time shows with a all black cast appeals to the audience friends that appeals to a wide range of people at the end of the shows, but bosses want that money. Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, like the person who came up with both the idea for both it's the same person that came with the idea for Living Single and Friends. I don't know if he was a producer or a writer, but that's a story that I heard that it was actually the same person. So it's not so much one ripped off the other. It's pretty much one guy pitching to the same idea to two different studios or whatever. And yeah, both ideas getting made, but yeah, it is what it is. It is what it. Like you say, you're trying to get that money, and if you can make them the same, if you can make your money twice over by selling the same idea to a different studio, hey, you can't be mad at that. If nobody thought, hey, wait a minute, ain't that a show that already does this? Mo was in the Santa Claus movie. For old school sitcoms, black and white, the Jeffersons, All in Family, Give Me a Break, Good Times, Something Son, Amen, Golden Girls, Is the Boss, What's Happening, Mr. Benson, etc. Anyone else disappointed with the Friends reunion show? I don't think I watched. Was there a Friends reunion show? I don't think I watched that. Oh wait, no, I know what you're talking about. Is that the one where they had? It wasn't like an episode. It was like a panel where they all kind of sat down and I guess, talked about old times or whatever. I didn't see it, but yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. There's a few films I think. I know what you mean. Yeah, there it is. I think even though the Cosby Show was primarily a black cast, it had universal appeal. But then again, anything with James Corden and gets from South. I wasn't a fan of it. Yeah, that's the one. He's married with children. Oh yeah. Look at your Martin. Yeah, you know what though? I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe this is just my experience. So I don't speak for the world, but it just seemed to me that like shows like you say, Cosby Show. I'm pretty sure like everybody watched that. White, black, everybody watched that. At least in my school and people around. I've seen everybody watch it. Same with the Fresh Prince. Everybody watched that. And even like Friends, like everybody watched that. And I never really got the impression that certain shows were supposed to appeal to certain people, and I don't think, at least to my mind and to my knowledge, I don't think anybody like in my school kind of felt like. I mean, I guess we notice things like, of course, some shows had more black actors, some shows more. It's not, we're not blind, right? We notice these things, but when it came down to it, like pretty much everybody just watched everything. And granted, there was more black people in my school than anybody else, so maybe that's why it didn't really stand out so much. But yeah, it just seemed like everybody watched everything, and nobody felt like you couldn't watch certain shows, or whatever, or what I mean, things. And that never really happened. It did happen with music though, which is interesting. But as far as TV shows, yeah, it was like everybody watched everything, whether it's Friends, Bottom, Men Behaving Badly, Moesha, what else? Hang with Mr. Cooper, City Guys, you know what I mean? Like, Saved by the Bell, whatever, everybody just watched everything, or not everything, you know what I mean? Well, I'm not saying I didn't see color. That's not the. Yeah, that's not. I mean, that whole I don't see color. Man, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But yeah, it didn't seem to me that it was a major factor when it came to TV shows, at least in my experience. Like I said, it happened with music. For example, I think I told you guys before, I'd get teased for listening to heavy metal. Maybe not like it'd be kind of like that kind of jokey tease, but sometimes it did feel like it was going on a bit too long. Sometimes when people make jokes and they don't know when to stop the joke, it did feel like that sometimes, but it was never malicious kind of teasing. But as far as TV shows go, like, you wouldn't get made fun of if you was a black guy watching Friends, you know what I mean, or a white guy watching The Fresh Prince. It was never like that, at least to my knowledge, anyway. But yeah, so people did see color. I mean, you can see color. It's like it's there, you know what I mean? Like, you can see it. My Name is Earl. Oh, yeah, I remember that show. I know David Boreanaz. I did not know that, actually, but okay. He would have been like... Actually, no. He would have been... I guess about 20 or so when he did that then in 95, because he was much... Actually, no. Maybe... Almost Buffy, 97. Actually, no, yeah, maybe about mid-20s, I guess. Mid-20s. Early to mid-20s, I guess. Cosby was liked by everyone because he was likable. Yeah, maybe a little bit too likable. You know what I mean? Designed to appeal to different screen age ranges. Yeah. Cosby show was groundbreaking. It showed that black cats was in a multi-foot role and not the typical stereotypical roles. I agree. I don't really do social media aspects. We talk about not much. YouTube. Shattered. Yeah, just a little bit, I think. Well, maybe more than a little bit. Yeah, I'm on Twitter, Facebook, and Mew. Because we did. I really keep on today when Trump is getting arrested tomorrow. Yeah, apparently they will play some barricade assignment and on the call today. Will be sounding like such a boomer. Yeah, no, I ain't never heard of that either. It's all good. Mew? Is it? I'm not gonna say MeWe? Mew? Or was it MeWe? I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. I've read Mew, but it might be MeWe. Mewe. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I hear people talk about various things. I'm like, I have no idea what it is, but apparently that's a new cool thing. So. I need a MeWe. MeWe. Sounds like you need to go toilet. Jackson, I don't think of it. I think. Mother. Again, you need to be able to watch. Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson's career is so varied. Like, he's done from small roles to big roles to like indie to mainstream to, you know, playing crack addicts to playing the president of the United States. He's probably got one of the most varied careers. I'm not gonna say he has the most varied. I wouldn't know that, but I reckon he's up there with the most varied in terms of like different types of roles any actor has played. Like, he's done so many different types of characters, you know, from comedic to serious to, you know, kind of real hard hitting, hard to watch to, you know, light, you know, all of that. And he's got such, like, if you look at his list of credits, like from one character to another, like, he's just done so many different types of roles. It's crazy. It's alternative to that, more free to post whatever. Google Plus, you know, I mean, that didn't really do too well, so. Right. Oh, it is MeWe, okay. MeWe. He doesn't say one of his movies I'm turning off. Well, I guess you're not watching any of the Star Wars or Marvel movies then. You guys seen that movie? Shifty. I don't believe I've seen that now. Follow up. Along came a spider. The best day was Samuel Jackson and missing out. Okay, so we're talking favorite Samuel Jackson movies now then. Alright, let's see. He's got a lot of movies to choose from, so that's gonna be a hard pick. That's gonna be a hard pick. I mean, off the top of my head, I'm gonna say Pulp Fiction. I think it's gonna be up there. Man, yeah. There's so many. Dude's been. He has 196 acting credits. 196 acting credits. That is mad. But yeah, he's nah, his career is long and varied, and yeah, definitely a lot of great movies in there, so it'd be pretty hard to pick a favorite. But yeah, I think Pulp Fiction is going to be up there somewhere. All Incredibles, Jackie Brown. Pulp Fiction, I would say Time to Kill, Jackie. Yeah. Twitter, mate. Exciting. Unbreakable, yeah, another good one. Oh, I still didn't say Mr. Glass yet. Oh, it's just called Glass actually, but I still didn't seen that yet. Yeah, Jungle Fever, man. His first professional acting role was in a film called Together for Days, where he played Stan, and that was in 1972. So between 1972 and now is how long he's been acting for, or at least professionally. From 1972 till now. How many years is that? That's what, nearly 50 years? More than 50 years. That's 51 years, right? That's 51 years. Am I working it out right? 51 years. Samuel L. Jackson has been professionally acting for 51 years. Wow. That is mad. That's... You know what? That's yeah, you gotta respect that. Oh, Jurassic Park. Let's not forget Jurassic Park, True Romance, Loaded Weapon 1. Man, you gotta respect that. 51 years as a professional actor. Yeah, he's done alright, innit? He's done alright. See that reporter who confused Samuel Jackson with Lawrence Fishburne. That was awkward. Oh yeah, yeah. He said something like, yo, you're really good in that. I liked you in that commercial or that advert or something like that. And he's like, what advert? And he's like, oh no, that's Lawrence Fishburne. Like, yeah. Uh-oh. Had some serious longevity in the dramatic arts for sure. Yeah, Samuel Jackson professionally acting for 51 years, 196 professional credits, with currently 8 upcoming projects, including a few due out this year. So yeah. He's been doing alright, innit? He's been doing alright. Taxi Driver is a great movie, for sure. Amazing. Oh, here's another good film for Samuel Jackson. A recent film, Hitman's Bodyguard, The Hitman's Bodyguard, and then the sequel, The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Those are both really good movies, really funny. To assign a lot of numbers to the element to it. It's Mississippi, right next door to my state, Mississippi. To Kill. Wait, A Time to Kill. That's the one where his daughter gets raped, and he kills the dude that raped his daughter. Sandra Bullock, Samuel Jackson, Matthew McConaughey, and Kevin Spacey. You on there. That's because others didn't find me right away. Kentucky. Oof. Yeah. Get all the way down there. account years ago. I'm trying to recall the case back in the day. Twitter's a weird place right now. I'm making all kinds of different changes and this. Whether it works or not waits to be seen, but Twitter's I mean, I still use it. I still like it, but yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens really, but I'm not sure about some of these changes they're making. They seem a bit. I mean, I guess some of them maybe at a stretch kind of make sense. Others not so much. Like recently, they've made it so that you can't have two-factor authentication unless you pay for their Twitter Blue service, which means if you want to secure your account, you have to pay £8 a month. I mean, you get other things with it as well. It's not just that, of course, but yeah, if you don't have Twitter Blue, you can't secure your account. You can only have just your your email and your password, and that's it. And the problem there is that that pretty much lets hackers know that anybody who doesn't have a verified account is a target for hacking. So it's kind of like, well, now regardless, it's not about whether you're famous or not. You're a target to being hacked. So it's like, what do? Do you cancel your Twitter account because now that could potentially hack other accounts once they get that one, if they get that one? Do you just cancel your Twitter account, but then now you're kind of missing out on things you might want to be doing on Twitter? Or do you just pay for that Twitter Blue and have this authentication along with everything else? It's kind of a sucky situation. I don't pay for Twitter Blue. I wouldn't say it's not worth it. I'm not entirely sure that if it's not worth it. And I think right now it's not. To my mind, I don't think it is, but potentially it could be. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It just sucks. it just sucks. There's features that are coming on Twitter Blue that they don't have yet, and maybe once those features are there, it might be a bit more worth considering. But until then, it's just, well, enjoy your insecured Twitter account. Well, not very well secured, at least anyway. Don't use it, far too toxic. Well, when Sam says something is far too toxic, bruh. Well, it doesn't really speak to whatever that thing now, does it? Then Sam's like, nope, that's too toxic for me. Like, Yeah, the thing about Twitter, I mean, I guess the problem with Twitter is the same problem with a lot of social media. The only difference is that Twitter has a habit of... Oh, well, I'm leaning too far back on my camera. Twitter has a habit of making sure everybody sees the nonsense, you know, so you can go on your Twitter account, scroll down a little bit, you know, out once you see the people you follow and it's also cool, but then you scroll down a little bit and almost certainly you're going to see some nonsense effects. Let's do a quick Twitter test right now, actually. How long till the nonsense? How long till you see some nonsense? Apparently Aiden Ross goes off on a live stream. There's some nonsense right there, most likely. I don't follow No Jumper. Matter of fact, I don't think I'd follow these guys either. Internet Hall of Fame? Do I? You know, I don't. I don't. So the top 2 things I see on Twitter. Oh, you can't even see it. My bad. One sec. Yeah, so this is my Twitter account. The top 2 things that I see on Twitter are 2 accounts that I don't follow. Internet Hall of Fame and No Jumper. I don't follow either of these guys, and they're the top 2 things that I see. And one of them is about some guy that I don't follow either, Aiden Ross. I guess I've heard the name. I don't know who he is. But apparently he went off on a live stream, and Twitter felt that's the thing that yeah. There you go. And that's Twitter. That's Twitter. I think Jacob just let us know what type of accounts he follows on Instagram. It's alright, Jacob, you could admit it. It's no judgment. I don't follow Vlad TV. I guess I've seen a few of his videos. You know, some of the ones that get more popular, and every now and then it pops up on my recommendations. But no, it's not something I pay that much attention to. No Jumper is trash. Yeah, I've only seen, I think, maybe a couple of their interviews on YouTube. Yeah, no, maybe even just one of their interviews, actually. Yeah, I think I've actually only watched one of their podcast episodes on YouTube. But yeah, I'm not that interested in what they do, not overall. I mean, I don't hate them or anything. It's not that deep. I'm just not that interested. Oh, Perfana's on Prime now. That's something I'm interested in. We sense the turbulence in the weather after all Perfana's coming. Perfana Prime, March 22nd in Hindi, Tamil, and Tamil. Is that Prime, Indian Prime, or is that UK Prime as well? Because I do want to see this movie. So that I'm interested. Also in a couple of days, actually. March 22nd, that's like 2 days. So yeah, I guess you do get stuff that there's actually interest to. It's not all total nonsense. But yeah, I do want to see this movie. I mean, the truth is that social media, for the most part, just gives you what it thinks you're going to be, what it thinks you're going to be interested. Because effectively, the role of social media is to keep you on their side as long as possible. And the way they do that is trying to figure out what type of things you'd be interested in, and they do that in 2 ways: by monitoring the type of stuff you watch, the type of stuff you maybe click like on, the type of stuff that you interact with, and also the type of things that other people in your circle that you follow interact with and like as well, and they make recommendations based on all those things. The truth is, if you're seeing a lot of softcore porn in places, most likely it's because, let's be honest, you're looking at that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's just keep it real. I know, guys, we don't like to admit it, but let's just keep it all the way real. You could be honest here. When them sexy little pictures come up on your Instagram feed, you scroll slower. You know what I mean? You slow the scroll down a little bit. When the big titty woman pops up on your Instagram feed, you don't scroll so fast. You know what I mean? So and those things get monitored. Like, those things get monitored, even if you don't click like on it, even if you don't type a message or whatever. Like the fact that you spent longer on that image and other images, things like that get noted as it forms part of the algorithm and as to what it recommends. You know what I mean? So let's let's keep it real. Like if you're getting recommended stuff that you're not interested in, it happens, of course, it happens. Like you can see that it happens, but it's most likely related to in some way to something that you are interested in, and that's why it's popping up. You know, it's most likely because people in your circle are clicking on it, or you clicked on something similar to it, and that's why it's popping up on your feed. So yeah, when people are like, oh yeah, Instagram's just, come on, man, come on. If you did nothing but look at pictures of coffee and flowers all day, that's what they'd recommend you, because that's what they'll know is going to keep you on their site. They won't show you the other stuff if all you ever do is interact with, you know, pictures of puppies. They'll just show you that all day. The same with YouTube. Like people, the algorithm is like, yeah, it's what you're watching. You know, if you watch all the drama videos and everything else, you're just gonna see more of that. Also, Tesco. Was there Tesco's ad? I didn't see that. There probably was, you know. Let me come back. There probably was yeah, Tesco's ad. I don't follow Tesco's, but to be fair, I do shop at Tesco's, so yeah, that just makes sense. That just makes sense. Yeah. The fun kind of toxic. Twitter likes to accuse people of being fatphobic, racist, transphobes, because you said apples are better than oranges. Yeah. Is out there. There's random videos on Instagram. It's crazy. Now, for all they can be. I mean, but yeah, I mean, I ain't saying like you never get recommended stuff that you have no interest in. I know that does happen. I'm just saying, let's keep it real. Let's just, you know what I mean? Let's not lie to each other here. we don't need to lie to each other here. We don't need to. Subs, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking better for was Jealous South. Yeah, I think I read. No, I didn't read the book. I watched the movie. I should read the book. Well, there you go. There you go. There you go. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I ain't saying you should do it or whatever. I'm not trying to say what's good and what's bad. You know, I'm not here to judge. That's between you and your morals. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Let's not pretend when we're not noticing things. You know what I mean? Yeah, racist, transphobic, social media is just echo chamber. Yeah, and that's for sure. 2008, that looks that puppies all day of it. Puppies. Aaron is nosy mouth. Here on YouTube, you have to have subscribers to do live streams. No, you can actually just go straight to doing live streams. You don't need 300 subs. I mean, I don't know if you'd want to do live streams if you don't have too many subscribers, but yeah, you don't actually need it. You do need a not verified in like the Twitter sense verified, but you need a verified account in that you have to, I think you submit your telephone number, and they'll send you a text with a code, and then you enter that code into YouTube, and then it just that yeah. So you need to do that, but it's not to do with the subs. It's just to do with how good your account is, or how good a standing your account is. But yeah, you could do live streams from pretty much the get go. Officially, unofficially. I was shocked and appalled. I had to look twice just to make sure I was shocked and appalled. Shocked and appalled. Or maybe you were shocked, then you pulled. Oh no, you still call me dog. Yeah, no, as I used to look up Pornhub for the titles, and I ain't actually kidding. I like to read titles. I mean, I'm not sure if that's a typing error, but I guess I like titles too. Yeah, mate. Yeah, much better than that. Yeah, anyway, so the Jessica's page. I said you would quickly build up your watch time. Yeah, each consecrated, just trying to make a decent living. When I do, it is all. Do you plan on making bread? But if you plan on making a good living out of it, then you'd have to be a content creator. You'd have to create content to be able to make a living out of it. It just kind of comes with the nature of YouTube. I mean, you might get lucky, put one video out, and that just blows up so much that you never have to worry about never making another video again. That's not impossible. I wouldn't count on it though. If you're planning on, I wouldn't count on that happening. It might. It's very unlikely, but you most likely would have to make content on a regular basis for a very long period of time to maintain a comfortable living out of YouTube. That is the most likely scenario. And if once you get to a point where you are making a living out of it, you would be by definition an influencer. There's just no way around that, because the term influencer really refers to sort of social media personalities who have some kind of influence, in the sense that, you know, you're making content, people like the content, that's going to have some kind of influence. That's what that means. So if you're making a living out of your content, that means there are people watching your content on a regular basis, which means you have some kind of influence. There's just no way around it, dude. Just no way around it. Destination. You did that, honestly. And we just read the titles. I found out about fake taxi. I wondered what kind of situation you find yourself in when you paint. Driver in kind. Things may be whatever comes to mind. Max. You have a plan to post vids. Jacob, more than happy to support your channels with a sub. Yeah, my advice for anybody who, I'm sure nobody wants it, but for better or worse, I have been doing YouTube for a long time, and I've had a few videos that have done very well, you know, in terms of numbers and that sort of thing, and most of them, you know, don't, right? But you know, I've been on YouTube for many years at this point, and there's a few things I will say that I've learnt over the years in terms of being on YouTube and what it takes to, you know, be at a high level. And even though I'm not at a point where I'm making a living off of YouTube channels, I do still feel like I have an understanding of what that is. And I'll say that if you are planning on doing YouTube and your intention is to make money from it, that is fine. But it's really important that you are honest about that and not lie to your audience about, because a lot of times people would say things like, I'm here for the fans, I'm here to make you happy, I just want to make content that makes people happy, and I don't care. They'll say that because it sounds like the right thing to say, but those are the same people who cry every single time that YouTube changes something in their terms and conditions that means they can't make money out of swearing anymore, you know. So I'll say just be honest about it. Don't worry about how long it takes, because these things can take a long time. It can be an overnight thing. That's not impossible, but most likely it won't be. You know, most likely it's going to be a lot of different videos, a lot of things that people don't care about, a lot of things that, you know, maybe they work once but don't work again. You know, it's going to be a lot like that. And yeah, you kind of have to be willing to go through all of that and be willing to pull up with all of that, because it's whether you do it for the money or you're doing it for the art, it's not easy. You know, there's no easy option. It's just you're doing it every time. And if you are doing it for the money, then you got the added pressure of maintaining a consistency, because once you do start getting an audience, and like I said, there's no way around not being a content creator if you're trying to do this for a living. So once you do start getting an audience, there is going to be an expectation of what type of content you make, and you're not going to be able to just put out whatever you feel like, because there's going to be that, no, we want to see this. You're going to have the expectation of, this is what we want to see, and this is, you know, what is going to get the views, this is what is going to make you the money. And if you're not putting out that kind of content that people want to see, you're just not going to get those views anymore. So if you're doing it for the money, then you have to understand that you're not going to be able to, or you're very unlikely, I should say, be able to then just start being creative and just putting out whatever. If you decide you don't care about the money, then be as creative as you want to be, and don't even worry about whether it gets 1 view or 100 views. It's not going to matter. But if your intention is to do this and make a living out of it, then I understand that comes with expectations, and those expectations are not always going to be easy to manage. In fact, they very rarely will be easy to manage. You're going to have more hard days than not. So yeah, I'd say in terms of going with content, something that you enjoy doing, because you're going to be doing it for a long time. You don't want to find yourself stuck doing something you hate, you know, because it makes money, because that's going to be such a drain on yourself to keep doing something that you hate doing because that's what people want to see and that's now the expectation. So I would say, yeah, try and find something that you actually enjoy, and not just enjoy, but something you have a passion for, because you're going to be doing it for a long time. And if you're not really that passionate about it, you're going to get bored very quickly. And even if it's something that you like, if you don't like it that much, yeah, it's just not going to work. So plot holes. I've come to extra things. So the accounts and that comes out fast. You should start with your own channel, Sam, called porno plot holes. Porno plot holes. Actually, you know what? That actually might that might actually be end up being a public channel. Porno plot holes. Discussing the plot holes and inconsistencies in porno movies. Okay. Jake's getting into the YouTube game. Nice. I mean, kind of yes and no. I mean, yeah, I would like to be able to do this and not have to worry about having, you know, other things to do. Because if I could make all my money from YouTube, right, I could spend more time on it. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. The more you can make, the more money I can make from this, the more time I can spend on it. I mean, I certainly don't hate my cab driving that I do. But at the same time, that's more of a, I do that so I can do this, right? So yeah, I mean, I would like to, but at the same time, my thing is I don't want to make that my main priority, because what's really important to me is being creative and being expressive, and this channel in particular. I mean, the main reason I started it is just to have a place where I can just do whatever. And granted, these days, yeah, mostly I'm doing live streams, but you know, I've done all kinds of content on this channel over the years, whether that's reaction videos, whether that's vlogs, and you know, some of those things I still do from time to time, and you know, whatever. But this channel I started, it was never intended to be one specific thing. It was always just a place of, well, I'm just gonna whatever comes to mind. And live streams has been for me at least, have been a cool way of doing that, because you're just there in the moment chatting about whatever comes up in the chat and just going from there, you know, outside of, okay, we're gonna watch this movie today or this week, or watch this TV show that week, or whatever it is. Outside of that, there's very little being planned, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of just go with whatever. You know, so yeah, I mean, I do, like I said, you know, I don't know if you know, I think you know, but yeah, I do have other channels that are a bit more consistent in their content, and that satisfies that side of me, you know, where like with the movie channel, that's, you know, more specific to movies and a few video games every now and then. Then I have the podcast that's more specific to sort of geek culture and discussing that, whereas this is just whatever, we'll just do whatever. I might post a video, I might not. You know, so yeah. I'm making an OnlyFans. Hey, times are hard, man. Times are hard. To it. Well, I mean, yeah. Have an education nowadays. Good, another source of income. You know the thing about that, and I'm not gonna say don't get an education because I don't believe that's quite accurate. But at the same time, I don't believe the way the world is now. An academic education is as important as it used to be. Like, it's still important, don't get me wrong, and I think you can still do more with one than without, but ultimately it's not the be all and end all of how far you go in this world. There's plenty of people doing very well that never finished school, you know, or failed school, you know what I mean? So one of the things I've always said to people when they're doing exams is that it's less important what you get in terms of grades. What's more important is what you do next, because lots of people pass, get degrees, get master's degrees, and struggle. You know what I mean? That's a real thing. People spending thousands of pounds on university degrees, come out of uni and struggle for years, or end up working the same job as the guy who, you know, drops out of school at 16. You know what I mean? Like, that's a real thing. So it's less important what kind of grades you get. What's more important is what you do next. On Haze, favorite wrestling match of all time. Yeah. Twice a week. I'm stuck with the full-time. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, Guelph Fighter Wrestling Huts. Yeah, that's a wrestling channel that I do check out from time to time. I know the guy who runs it. It's a cool channel if you like wrestling. I don't know if it just, not really. I mean, I guess it kind of depends on my mood, but overall I'd say not necessarily. I mean, the reason why I separated some stuff is mainly because I recognize that with as much as it makes sense to me as to why I'm interested in these things, the truth is it does look weird to most people if you just dump in a bunch of different stuff on the same channel. And so part is, okay, I have to kind of respect that, because how things work in my mind and how I see things in my mind, of course, is going to make sense to me because it's in my head, right? So everybody else is like, okay, 1 minute you're doing, you got this like well-made, packaged, well-edited video, and then the next it's just some random clip of me in a car somewhere. You know what I mean? It's like, just so yeah, I get it, and that's why I split the channels up. But yeah, I mean, there's sometimes I'm more into one than others. That could depend on just the kind of mood I'm in. But overall, I'd say no. I mean, I try to. I mean, I probably spend more time on this channel than any other channel, just mainly because of the type of content we're doing, like with live streams. But yeah, I mean, I try to have an even love for everything. set out to make money on this platform. I have to be true to myself. I can't do videos. Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. Easy tell if you're being fake, in my opinion. Haze Macho versus Dragon, WrestleMania 3. Ricky Dragon Steamboat. I don't know if I've seen that match, you know, Macho Man versus Ricky. I'm not sure if I've seen that. If I have, I can't remember it right now. Appeal to mass audience. Well, maybe this is the fake me putting on the pretense. Actually, wait, no, it's clearly not appealing to a mass audience. So maybe I need to change something. Maybe I need to. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't mind having some of that YouTube, was that PewDiePie money. I ain't gonna pretend I wouldn't want some of that coming through. Been doing this a long time. Wouldn't mind getting one of these viral videos that bring like £1 million or whatever. I ain't gonna say I don't want that. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's how you get it, right? And I just don't. Hopefully, I mean, I guess you can't help but create certain expectations when people see, because, you know, people see you for the first time, they don't know who you are. They just found some random video somewhere. They have no idea who you are, what you do, whatever. But I get it. You know, this particular channel, you know, you might like 1 or 2 videos and not care about anything else because, you know, I'm not the content for the most part isn't really that consistent. I get it, you know. So yeah, it's cool when people do come back and be like, yeah, actually I do wanna spend some time here and come back each week and chat about nonsense for a few hours, you know. And YouTube, because I would have so much time if people wouldn't get me, and I ain't doing that. Even the main event, I realize we're all fake paid actors. Hey, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. I ain't mad. At least somebody's watching, so that's whether it's fake accounts or not, somebody's watching, so yeah. Anyway, I appreciate you. No, it's so good. I wasn't taking it as a criticism. I no. Thank you, man. Yeah, that's great. Always nice to forget about it for a few hours and just some chat with good fun. Appreciate that, Ben. Big up to yous lot, innit? Big up to yous lot. Big up to you, man. Yeah. But yeah, you know, who knows? Maybe one day I'll become one of these rich arseholes on YouTube. And then you'll see me on Drama Alert or something. I know, Drama Alert's still around, by the way. I don't know. That used to be a really popular channel like years back, but I don't know. Are they still around? Are they still Is it Keemstars? Does that still exist? I don't even know. I don't check for it. Let me see real quick. Is Drama Alert still around? That was mad popular. I think about like 5, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, something like that. It was mad popular. Okay, I think they're still around, you know. I said they're still making videos. Or at least they were. The last video was 3 months ago. So I guess they're not making videos as frequently as they used to. Because their last video was 3 months ago, and the one before that was 6 months ago. So yeah, it's still around, but maybe not. Not as frequent, but yeah, whatever. I don't. I'm yeah. Let me come off this actually before YouTube starts recommending me drama alert videos. Let me click off that real quick actually. Don't wanna make the algorithm think I want to see that nonsense. Maybe some of these YouTube. Yeah, you're gonna see me. I'm gonna be boxing. Was it KSI? Be challenging KSI to a fight, talking about, I hate you, KSI. Let's fight. I mean, he probably whooped my ass. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I mean, he's he was. I think KSI would beat me in a fight. Like, I'm pretty certain that dude. It'd be a dumb move for me to challenge KSI to a boxing fight. I don't think I'll last very long actually. I mean, he's what? He's younger than me, stronger than me, and had much more boxing training than me. So yeah, I don't think that'd be a good idea to be challenging KSI to a boxing match. Maybe it's a rap battle though. I think I could do a rap battle. I mean, he'll probably win that too, but still, I think I'd have a better chance at a rap battle. I used to do poetry, so I got the rhymes down, man. Everyone, I'm cool with that, so you have to tone it down. I ain't about to do that. I'd rather stick with you guys. You can deal. Awesome. Unique ways. Well, ain't that the truth? And let's respect you as quick. Downstairs and go changing. Likely be yourself. Be yourself. Unless you're an arsehole. And then be somebody else. None of you guys are arseholes though, so you're cool. You're cool. People actually do that, so I have to get out of that. It's because I spend a lot of time in the main gym. I would avoid boxing. Yeah, I don't think it'd be a good idea. Yeah, I think you're right. Hey, wait a minute. You're supposed to be like, hey, you're supposed to be my hype man. You're supposed to be like, nah, Haze, you got it. You can take him. You can take him. No, don't worry about his training. You can take him. You got a height advantage. Actually, I don't even know. Do I have a height advantage? I don't know how tall he is. But yeah, you're supposed to say you're supposed to big me up. Jacob's like, nah, that can't whoop you. Don't even. Jacob's like the worst boxing manager. I was like, nah. He's too good for you. Yeah. Like, nah. You're supposed to pump up my ego, man. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get me hyped to make me think like I can take on the world. Man's just like, nah, he'll kill me. He's a you versus him. Yeah, I'm gonna laugh, mate. Remember the first day when the famous people were like, oh, that's the, you know what, Ben, listen, no word of a lie, I've been trying to remember that name for the longest time. Reness, yes, because you know, I remember that dude, and he was like, yeah, he was like one of the most popular people on the platform at the time. This is like early YouTube years, and I was trying to remember that name, but I couldn't. Renette. Oh, let me see. I've got to search that real quick. One sec. I remember he used to do like these vlogs. He was like a bald guy with glasses. I don't know. I doubt he's still making content now. I'm sure he's moved on to other stuff. Let me see if I can find that channel. Yeah, I think I found it. Renessa. Yeah, I found it. When was his last video? Oh, 2 days ago. He's still putting out videos. Okay, awesome. But I guess, yeah, again, not so frequent though. He got a video 2 days ago. The last one was a month ago. So I guess he's still doing it, but yeah, just not as frequent. But yeah, I remember that dude, man. I used to watch his show quite a little bit back in the day. But I just couldn't remember his name for the longest time. Like, what's that guy's name again? But yeah, I remember Renessa. I remember Lonely Girl 15. She was really popular. The Hill 88, not so much, I'd say. I mean, not my personally, I don't remember them, I mean. But yeah, Renessa and Lonely Girl 15. Because Lonely Girl I didn't watch, but she was just so popular at the time that you could not avoid hearing about it. And the whole thing about, is it real, is it fake, is it real, is it fake? And of course, it was all fake in the end. But I think, to be fair, Lonely Girl 15 was probably the earliest example of what YouTube would become. When you think about it, like, a lot of people were mad that it wasn't real, but think about YouTube now. You know, production teams, a lot of fakery. So yeah, Lonely Girl 15 was probably the first, or if not the first, certainly amongst the earliest examples of what YouTube would become. Way ahead of her time, apparently. Quirky. I agree, you know. It might be a little bit too blunt for some of the sensitive folks on YouTube. I think she is. I can't see. Jake was thrown in the towel before the match even started. Before the match even started, Jake was like, nope. Just throwing a towel. It's like, it's cool. It's probably for the best. Jacob and I'm advocate for the reigning defending undisputed YouTube live streamer Haze Channels. Gotta be here. You guys stop saying nice shit about me. It's weird. Keep saying nice shit about Sam. Geriatric 1927. Nah, I don't think I remember that guy. Worse, but I guess in the end, my face is still intact, so can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that. Age rate was around $30-something. Energy for old schoolers. And what they want to all. Oh, please, right. To see you training at least 5 times. Okay, that's not happening. 5 times a week, nah. bruh. five times a week, yeah. Listen, let me try to do 5 times a month even. I don't even do that. Man, don't even trade 5 times a month. You always say 5 times a week. Nah, that's not happening. That's not happening. But yeah, man, some of those old school famous YouTubers back in the day, back when like having 1,000 subscribers was like amazing. Like, oh my god, 1,000? That's crazy. You got 1,000 subscribers. Now you get 1,000 subscribers, like nobody cares. Nobody cares. That's really need some serious prep. Actually, you know what? If it was a street fight, I think I might stand a better chance actually at a boxing match. And I tell you why. Because if it's a street fight, that means anything goes, isn't it? So, what I can do is run away, right? And then just stay away. And because of that, I could just like go back or go on the internet and say I won. And I'm just saying that's that there. I think yeah, that'd be my tactic in a street fight. Run away, and then go on the internet and just tell people that I won. And like, yeah, cool. And then I'll pay, like, you know those paid tweets. You could pay to promote tweets and stuff like that. I'll do that. I'll put like I don't know, like £200 down to promote it. So like everyone can see it. I might need more than £200 actually, maybe like 300. Yeah, I think like £300. I put like £300 down on a promoted tweet to make sure like everybody sees it. So by the time the truth comes out, it's too late. It's too late. Everybody's already seen me bragging about winning. So yeah, that'd be my tactic. Full subs. Have a channel. I was impressed. It's the energy, Sam. It's the energy. 4 subs and no videos. It's tactical control. Exactly. Exactly. See? Yeah? Huh? Yeah? Yeah? Huh? It would show up with something like 50,000 popular video in Kenya. Stuff. Yeah, Ben, I guess you remember back when YouTube would do video replies. You could reply to a video with a video, I mean. And it was cool because, like, if there was a popular video, you can reply to it with your video and it would show up underneath that video, right? So people who were interested in it they could maybe click on your video, and it won't be just like anything. Like the creator, the original channel would have a say in which videos could show up. It wasn't just like anything goes. But yeah, you can do that, and that was a cool feature that YouTubers took away for dumb reasons. Cool. And you might remember the Reply Girls. Remember the Reply Girls era? To be honest, the Reply Girls era never really ended. It just kind of evolved, really, didn't it? It just evolved. It just got a bit more sophisticated. But the Reply Girls were super popular for all the wrong reasons back in the day. YouTube, everything of the house right now. I swear so much. It's just part of my vocabulary. Yeah, they kind of do, but it's not really different well, it's not much different to how it was before. It's just to do with like what they consider swearing too much or swearing too early in a video. Honestly, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I wouldn't. I mean, again, but this is more to do with how much do you care about your videos being monetized. You know, like, you know, if you're doing YouTube for money, then you have to worry about that sort of thing. If not, then whatever. Don't swear. Yeah, it's not like don't swear in the first. It's yeah. It's I just don't. I mean, to be honest, I guess to be fair, I don't usually swear a lot anyway. But yeah, I'd say just if you're gonna just talk how you talk, you know. And if your channel gets popular enough to be to receive monetization, then just, you know, some videos might get it, some videos might not. Don't even worry about it. There's too much to focus on. Typical brands. We don't got name brands over here. Well, shit, indeed. It is 1:45 tomorrow, so. Ugh. Gonna have to start winding down and wrapping up. It's not. Yeah, Sam's innocent. Sam says darn and thinks that's a swear word. Sam says, oh, fiddlesticks. That's like swearing for Sam. So when Sam says she swears a lot, that's what she means. Oh, fiddlesticks. Oh, poo. Shut the front door, yeah. I can't lie, I actually said it sometimes myself. Oh, shut the front door. I do say it sometimes, actually. I ain't gonna lie. I like that one. Oh, poo. Oh, my. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, I got to get going. It is almost tomorrow. Next live stream should be on Friday. Yeah, Friday. Playing some games on Friday. I don't know if you can tell, but I haven't shaved my hair for a while, so my hair might be looking a bit long right now. It's almost like the length of a rock star right now. That's how long my hair is. But yeah, it should be last weekend on Friday, excuse me. Next Monday it's X-Files, so we're watching the next set of X-Files episodes. Oh man, shit house the other day. No idea where she got that from. Oh no. I appreciate that, Ben. Appreciate you guys coming through. Appreciate you and the crew. Well, YouTube ain't real life, man. We only see a snippet. We only see a very small snippet. But hey, we have fun. We have fun. Well, I had fun. Hopefully you guys had fun too. Even though that movie sucked ass. Hopefully you guys had fun too. But yeah, next week back to X-Files, 4 episodes. I think it's, was it now? I think it's 8, 9, and 10, but I'm gonna have to confirm that later. But yeah, next live stream Friday, maybe play some Deathloop. Maybe I'll post a video during the week, maybe I won't. Who knows? But in the meantime, yeah, check out my other channels as well. Oh yeah, I posted that video I was telling you guys about on the movie channel. It's called Why the Guyver is Trash. So The Guyver is a movie made in 1991 based on an anime, and that movie sucks. So I'll just put up a video about why it's trash. I like the video. I think it's one of my fun video. I think it's a cool video, even though that film sucks. So I can't recommend watching that movie. But if you don't mind watching a video with a bunch of spoilers for a crappy movie made in 1991, hopefully with some decent jokes in there, then yeah, check that out. Be much appreciated. But yeah, guys, favorite word is cunt. Hey, it's a good word. Oh, guys, you've been awesome as always. I appreciate you and all that you do. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for keeping it lively. The village is strong. You make it strong. Only gonna get stronger. So until whenever, if ever. Chill, we talk shit in the inbox. If you got time. Peace. Good night.